for discussion 2, I decided to make a diagram of the basic human cell. So first I have the plasma membrane, which is this purple all the way around. And the plasma membrane is what encapsulates the cell, and is also called the cell membrane. And it controls interaction with other cells, defines boundaries and protects cells, and controls the material that goes in and out of cells, which means it has a semi-permeable membrane. And what's in the cells is the organelles, and they're the small structures in the cell that help with a variety of functions. And then the cytosol, which is going to be all throughout here, and it's going to be the fluid that's inside the cell. And then the cytoplasm is also the contents of what is in the cell, like the organelles and the different functions they have. First, we have the nuclear envelope, which is going to be this dark purple outer circle right here. And the nuclear envelope is a bilayer membrane, which is kind of like the plasma membrane, where it's the bilayer. And then we have the nucleus, which is this blue part right here. The nucleus is the control center, contains DNA, and is surrounded by a bilayer membrane, which is the nuclear envelope that surrounds it. Then we have the nucleus, which is the gold right here, and obviously that it's surrounded by the nucleus and the nuclear envelope, and it produces the ribosomes. The ribosomes are going to be these little red dots on the rough ER. Those are the ribosomes, and the ribosomes come from the nucleolus, and they're found attached to the rough ER, and they read genetic material and produce peptides and proteins. And the endoplasmic reticulum is going to be this blue and this darker red right here, and the darker blue and the red makes up the endoplasmic reticulum, and this is a system of channels called cisternae. The rough ER, which is this dark blue with the ribosomes on it, is continuous with the nuclear envelope, so it is continuing from this part, the nuclear envelope, on, and it is covered in ribosomes and is a site for protein production. The smooth ER, which is this darker part right here, is continuous with the rough ER, and it has no ribosomes and helps to detoxify cytoplasm. The Golgi complex, which is right here, the lighter green, this is small stacks of cysteine that finish off proteins and synthesize carbs, then transports them in those finished products. And they transport through the Golgi vesicles, which are these dark green circles right here, and they package the finished proteins and transfer them around the cytoplasm, so all throughout here, all throughout the cell. And they can be used to export products through the cell membrane, so they can transport products through the cell membrane using exocytosis. And lysosomes are going to be these gray circles right here, and they are a specialized type of Golgi vesicles, and they have small hollow packets that contain digestive enzymes, and they break down unwanted materials throughout the cell. And then peroxisomes, which are almost like lysosomes, but they're produced by the endoplasmic reticulum, so they're produced by this area right here to help detoxify cytosol, which is that fluid in the cell. Then we have mitochondria, which is these orange and dark orange ones over here, and these are basically the powerhouse of the cell, and they're kind of oval shaped, and they have inner folds, which are these darker colors, known as cysteine, and they synthesize ATP. And then finally we have the centrioles, which are these dark ones right here. They're short cylindric assembly of microtubules that are found in pairs and are perpendicular to one another. And that is my diagram of a normal human cell.